guys, here today working on the Polaris 400, Ranger 400. She's a 2012. Having some problems with gas coming out of the bottom of the carb, running real bad. Seems like she's flooding. That was one of two issues. The other one is a relay. Seems like it's tripping out. Not sure why, but it seems like it's getting hot, shutting down. She'll just completely die, no fuel pump. Leave her alone for about 15 minutes or so, 10 minutes. She'll fire right back up. Still running bad though. So what we done is, so what I had done is I took the carburetor off, and this little needle right here, for the float, he keeps coming off. He slides to the side. He's not fitting right. He's like, he keeps popping out of the little gap there, and when he comes down, he's gone all sideways. So when he pushes back up, he's not sealing off right. So I'm thinking that's the problem. But I had this apart, cleaned everything up, still having the same issue or whatever. So I bought a new carburetor through Polaris. They want $500 for this, outrageous. So I went and bought a new carb on Amazon. It's like $63. Sorry, mosquitoes are crazy. Yeah. It's like 63 bucks, comes with new fittings and stuff. The only thing so far that I've seen you got to change is the thing for float, or not float, sorry, the choke. So it's a different fitting. The one that came on this carburetor is not going to thread into the other one. It's a little bit bigger on this one. So we're going to swap that out here now and get her all together, see how she works. So the first thing we got to do is change out this here, this fitting here. And I got the new parts for this too as well. It all came with it. So just while we change it out, it's pretty simple. Just pull back your spring. Just be careful it doesn't fall out. And this here is already adjustment on the choke. So just loosen this nut just a little bit. Just unscrew this piece. So you still have the same adjustment that you had on your choke to begin with. You can always play with it a little after, but Ponzi usually works out pretty well. Just tread this back in until it gets to the nut. Just give that a little tighten. New spring. And a new piece for the choke. All good to go. Okay, so like I said, this thing is hard to work with. Can't really get a wrench or anything in there. You might be able to on this one. It's a little bit different on the other one. So we'll give that a good tightening down after. Remove these plugs. Next is going to be your throttle cable. He comes down through this hole right here. Just put him down. And he's got a little brass piece here. Let's get this down in place first. Just want to screw all that all the way down. That'll give you some slack on your cable here now. So you just want to bring this piece up like this. You need to be an octopus. 8 arms, try and get at everything. So this here, the cable just slides in like that, and just goes in this, just kind of wraps down around. Your cable goes on the inside. Oh, shit. Cable's going to go on the inside of this, down around. And it's going to fit into this little notch down here. If I can get this to go right. Sometimes they're tricky. If you got as much patience as what I do, you'll be fine. Sense the sarcasm in that one. Damn near ready to saw all in half with the chainsaw already, yeah? Get in there. There we go. This adjustment here for your idle. So screw it in, it'll idle her up. Screw her down, it'll idle her down. Full with that now after we get her going. We're going to tighten all this stuff down now when I guess all the this is kind of in place. So I guess the next thing we got to do here now is going to be putting this back on. It was hard to get at, so I just took it off from here. Put a little rag in there and make sure nothing went down inside. And it seemed like it was sucking a little bit of air through here. There was a little bit of a like a little bit of a wet spot here. So I don't think it calls for like a gasket per se, or a gasket maker or whatever, but I think I'm going to add a little bit to it anyway, just to make sure. I'll do that now. So just cleaned this up a little bit just with a rag and stuff. Seems to be pretty good. So it does have like a little kind of an indent here. I'm not sure. Almost seems like there should be like some kind of a rubber gasket or something that goes in it. Can't really see it being rubber down on the manifold here, or whatever you want to call it there, into the engine intake. But I'm going to add a little bit of gasket maker to it. I don't think it'll hurt. So you don't need a big lot of this stuff. Just kind of fill around the edge. I don't like the fact that there was a bit of a wet spot there. It tells me there's a wet spot coming out and there's air going in. I don't want to be sucking air. And mosquitoes. That looks pretty good. first time I done this, I had to wear the carb off. This was crazy hard to get back on. So I done it a different way this time. I took it off from here instead of trying to pry it out from inside all of this. Man, what a job, what a job. Not going through that again. So we're gonna do it this way. Look smart, not hard, right? Probably should have put this on before I put the carburetor back on, but to be honest with you, I didn't think about it. You know, they say patience is a virtue. Not very virtuous, eh? Why did Jesus? I just don't go on there. Okay. So I'm gonna get a few of these fittings tightened up here now, and then we'll start her up. See what... So there we go. We got it running. Everything seems to be going okay so far. Probably gonna play with the auto a little bit. But, yep. So more or less, if you can, save yourself $500. Pick up one of these for 63 bucks. Would solve your problems. Next issue is going to be figuring out why the the relays are tripping out. Not really sure what's going on there yet. It might be a wire, could be a bad relay. It's tripping out, coming back, no fuel pump. All of a sudden we get the fuel pump. But carburetor seems to be working okay. Yeah, hopefully it helps somebody out. Okay.